Good afternoon, student. In the last lecture of Indian economy, we have learned the role and importance of small scale and cottage industry in Indian economy, in which we have learned introduction, we have covered introduction portion, then difference between small scale and cottage industry, importance of small scale industry, and problems of small scale industries. Now, in this lecture, we will learn overall performance of micro, small and medium enterprises in Indian economy. It means we will understand the situation or the at present situation of the Indian economy regarding the micro, small and medium enterprises. So, we can say that according to this table, if we talk about the expansion of small scale industry sector and its share in industrial production, we can say that the total number of units in the SSI sector stood at 105.2 lakhs in 2001-2, and this number rose to 123.4 lakhs in 2005-6. The total number of MSME units in 2006-7 was 361.8 lakh, and this number rose to 510.6 lakh in 2014-15. As far as output is concerned, the output of SSI, it means small scale industry units, in 2001-2 was rupees 2,82,270 crore, and this rose to rupees 4,97,842 crore in 2005-6. Output of MSME units in 2006-7 was rupees 11 lakhs 98,818 crores, and this rose to rupees 18 lakhs 9,976 crore in 2012-13. MSME sector manufactures over 6,000 products ranging from traditional to high-tech items. As many as 68.21%, that is more than two-thirds, of the enterprises in the MSME sector are services providers, while 34.79% are engaged in manufacturing. Significantly, rural area with 200.19 lakh enterprises accounted for 55.34% of total working enterprises in the MSME sector, whereas urban area household 161.57 lakhs enterprises. So we can say we can see the share of SSI sector, small scale industry sector, in the industrial production. If we talk about employment generation, the SSI sector employed 249.3 lakh people in 2001-2, and this number rose to 294.9 lakh people in 2005-6. Employment in the MSME sector stood at 805.2 lakhs in 2006-7 and increased to 1,171.3 lakh in 2014-15. Within the manufacturing sector itself, small and decentralized sector contributes about 4/5 of manufacturing employment in India. Given the acute unemployment problem in India, creation of employment opportunity will depend crucially on the development of small scale and cottage industry. This would be all the more clear if we consider the fact that labor intensity in the micro and small enterprises sector is almost 4 times higher than the large enterprises. So, with this sense, we can say that uh, um micro, medium, and small scale industry plays an important role. And small scale industries plays an important role in the development of Indian economy. So, in the Indian economy, due to the efficiency of small scale industry, the development of Indian economy increased, as well we can say that GDP increased, as well as equitable distribution of national income has become possible. Mobilization of capital and entrepreneur skill has become possible, as well as this industry plays an important role to contribute in the export of the Indian economy. So, for the development of this industry, of the Indian economy, the government have been adopted or promoted a lot of measure to promote the small scale industry. Now, we can see one by one the measures which are promoted by the government for the small scale industry. First is raising of investment limit. The investment limit for the SSI sector, which was rupees 1 crore prior to 2006, has been increased to rupees 5 crore in MSMED Act 2006. This has been done to facilitate technological upgradation of this sector so that it is able to compete effectively in the new global competitive industrial environment. Second, we can say we will discuss that Act, MSMED Act 2006, at the end properly, because nowadays, from the 1st May 2020, Nirmala, our financial minister, Nirmala Sitaraman has announced some amendment and some changes in this act, and which is known as the 1 May 2028. We will discuss the change within this act and the new act at the end of the lecture. The second point, credit guarantee fund scheme for micro and small enterprises. The government launched the credit guarantee fund scheme for small industries, now renamed as credit guarantee fund scheme for micro and small enterprises. In August 2000, with the objective of making available credit to SSI, small scale units, particularly teeny units, for loans up to rupees 100 lakhs without collateral third party guarantees. For making the scheme more attractive to both lenders as well as borrower, several modifications have been undertaken in recent years. The third is scheme for technology upgradation. To encourage technology upgradation, a credit linked capital subsidy scheme for technology upgradation has been launched. Under this scheme, 15% capital subsidy is admissible on loan up to rupees 1 crore, advanced by scheduled commercial bank, state finance corporation, national small industry corporation to small scale industries for the technology upgradation. The next is extension of IID, the Integrated Infrastructure Development Scheme. This scheme has been extended to cover the entire country with 50% reservation for rural area. Other is market development assistance, a flexible growth, stimulating and artisan-centric scheme named Market Development Assistant to promote production and sale of khadi and polyvastra has been introduced from 2010-11. This scheme provides for assistance up to 20% of the value of production to a shared among artisan producing institutions and selling institution in the ratio 25 is to 30 is to 45. Okay, now the sixth measurement is uh, and the sixth point is de-reservation. In recent years, the government has been following the policy of de-reservation as it believes that this will help the SSI's unit to upgrade their technology and improve the quality of their product. As a result of this policy, the number of item reserved for the SSI sector came down from 836 in July 1989 to 114 in March 2007 and subsequently to only 20 items. Wide notification dated and subsequently to only 20 items. I can say that wide notification dated uh, on I think April 10, 2015. The government announced the scrapping of the reservation list. Thus, all items have been now de-reserved. According to Rakesh Mohan, the irony is that starting around 2001, as a consequence of WTO commitments, almost all these items could be imported freely. Large enterprises abroad could export them freely to India, but similarly, large enterprises in India were not allowed to manufacturing them. Okay, so the next is credit delivery to SSI sector. To ensure credit delivery to the SSI sector, a number of steps have been undertaken in recent years. First, the composite loan limits has been raised from rupees 50 lakhs to 1 crore. Second, the limit of collateral free loans has been raised from rupees 15 lakhs to rupees 25 lakhs. In case of SSI units with a good track record, we can say. And the third is Laghu Udyami Credit Card, that is known as LUCC scheme. This scheme has been liberalized by enhancing the credit limit from rupees 2 lakh to rupees 10 lakhs for borrowers having a satisfactory track record. The fourth is the small and medium enterprises. Fund of rupees 10,000 crore was operationalized by the SIDBI. Yes, the meaning of SIDBI is Small Industries Development Bank of India. Now, as a result of all these efforts, there has been a considerably expansion of bank credit to the small scale sector in the recent year. So these are the measures which are taken by the government to development of the SSI sector in the Indian economy. Now the other is Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, which is known as PMMY or PMM Yojana. The government has initiated the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana for development and refining activities relating to micro industrial unit. The purpose of micro units development and refinance agency Mudra is to provide funding to the non-corporate small business sector. I repeat my words. The purpose of micro units development and refinance agency Mudra is to provide funding to the non-corporate small business sector. The government has to set up the Mudra Bank. Loans extended under the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana during 2016-17 crossed the target of rupees 1.8 lakh crores. Of this amount, rupees 1.23 lakh crore was lent by banks while non-banking institution lent about rupees 57,000 crore. In December 2017, Total number of borrowers were 10.1 crore, out of which 7.6 crore were women. So we can understand the concept that in the December 2017, from the total number of borrower, 7.6 crore were women. The next is enactment of MSMED Act 2006. As I said that we will discuss it at the end of the lecture to understand the amendment which are made in this session, in this epidemic session. So we will understand this act and the changes occurs in this act at the end of the lecture. Now the other is, we can say, National Manufacturing Competitiveness Program. The government has launched National Manufacturing Competitive Program for MSME, which has specific components that are aimed at enhancing the competitiveness and productivity of the enterprises in this sector so as to witness global and organized competition and to thrive through better technologies and skills. The 10 components of NMCP seek to introduce the best element of industrial competitiveness in the MSME sector. Now, these 10 components are building awareness or intellectual property rights for MSME, schemes for providing support for entrepreneurial and managerial development, enabling the manufacturing sector to the cooperative or to the competitive through quality management standards and quality technology tools, mini tools room under public private partnership mode, marketing assistance support, lean manufacturing competitive programs for MSMEs, promotion of informational and communication tools, design clinic scheme for MSME, marketing assistant and technology upgradation scheme for MSME, technology quality upgradation support to MSME. Other is MSE cluster development program. Now what is MSE cluster development program? The Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises initiated selected intervention in industrial clusters, first in 1998 through its schemes, Integrated Technology Upgradation and Management Program. In August 2003, the scheme was renamed as Small Industry Cluster Development Program and was broad-based for holistic and integrated development of micro and small enterprises through interventions such as capacity building, marketing development, export promotion, skill development technology, upgradation, exposures visits, etc., and setting up of common facilities. The scheme was renamed as Micro and Small Enterprises Cluster Development Program, and the Integral Infrastructural Development Scheme of Ministry was subsumed under MSE. So MSE Cluster Development Program is also launched for the promotion of the small scale industries. The next is public procurement policy. The government has notified a public procurement policy for goods produced and services rendered by micro and small enterprises. Now, MSE Order 2012 effective from April 1, 2012. The policy mandates that all the central ministries, development central public sector undertakings, that is CPSUs, shall procure a minimum of 20% of their annual value of goods, services required by them from MSEs. Further policy has marked a sub-target of 4% procurement. Out of this, 20% from MSEs owned by scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, enterprises. We can see that here we have completed the 13 measures to promote uh, small scale industries. The 14th is Udyog Aadhaar Memorandum, which is known as OM. This scheme was notified in September 2015 with the objective of promoting ease of business for MSMEs. Under the scheme, MSME enterprises just need to file an online enterprise memorandum to instantly get a unique Udyog Aadhaar number. The information sought is on self-certification basis and no supporting documents are required. This is expected to make a significant improvement over the earlier complex of cumbersome procedures. The fifth is a scheme of promoting innovation and rural enterprises, which is known as Aspire. The full form of this scheme is Aspire. Aspire was launched on March 16, 2015, with the objective of setting up a network of technology centers and incubation centers to accelerate entrepreneurship and promote startups for innovation and entrepreneurship in rural and agriculture based industries. So these are the promotions, these are the measures which are taken by the Indian government to promote uh, this sector, that's small scale industries in India. Now, the MSME Act 2006, the MSME Development Act 2006. Now, we know that the enterprises are classified by this text, or we can say that the central government revised the investment limit of micro, small, and medium enterprises and introduced an additional criteria or of turnover as it revised the definition of the sector. Now, we can say that the enterprises are classified into two divisions. Uh, the entrepreneur are classified into two divisions. One, manufacturing enterprises engaged in the manufacturing or production of goods in any industry. Second is service enterprises engaged in providing or rendering services. It means the enterprises engaged in the manufacture or production of goods pertaining to any industry specified in the first schedule to the Industries Development and Regulation Act 1995, or employing plant or machinery in the process of value addition to the final product having a distinct name or character or use. The manufacturing enterprises are defined in terms of investment in plant and machineries. The second is service enterprises. The enterprises engage in providing or rendering of services and are defined in terms of investment equipments. Now, uh, why the change has occurred? As Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman made the announcement about the change, she also addressed the reasons behind it. She said the new definition will bring about many benefits that will aid MSMEs to grow or to rise the size. Now we will understand the difference between the Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Act 2006 and MSME, the revised MSME Development Act 2006. So, if we talk about the old one, the government has enacted the MSME Enterprises Act 2006. The main provision of this act were: first, it provides for the first ever legal framework for recognition of the concept of enterprise, comprising both manufacturing and service, and integrating the three tiers of these enterprises, namely micro, small, and medium. Under the Act, enterprises have broadly been classified into those engagement in manufacturing, this is first, or those providing and rendering services. Third, both categories have been further classified into micro, small, and medium enterprises based on their investment in plant and machinery for manufacturing enterprises or in equipment in case of enterprises providing or rendering services. So these are given as in the table. So the investment limit for micro enterprises has been fixed up to rupees 25 lakhs. For small enterprises, the investment limit is above rupees 25 lakhs and up to rupees 5 crores. For medium enterprises, the investment limit is above rupees 5 crores and up to rupees 10 crores. Now, if we consider service enterprises, the investment limit for micro enterprises has been fixed up to rupees 10 lakhs. For small enterprises, the investment limit is above rupees 10 lakhs and up to rupees 2 crores. For medium enterprises, the investment limit is above rupees 2 crores and up to rupees 5 crores. The Act provides for a statutory consultative mechanism at the national level with wide representation of all sections of stakeholders and with a wide range of advisory functions and an advisory committee to assist the board and the central state government. Okay, so this was the existing MSME classification. Now, if we talk about the revised MSME classification, so on 1st June, we can say that on 13th May, Wednesday, the central government officially revised the MSME definition. Now, according to this definition, or we can say that on 13th May 2020, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman added the additional principle of turnover along with the investment. As Finance Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman made the announcement about the change. She also addressed the reason behind it. She said the new definition will bring about many benefits that will aid MSMEs to grow in size. This was made under Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan economic package to usage India's economic predicament amidst the pandemic. Okay, according to this revised MSME classification, we can say that any firm with investment up to rupees 1 crore and turnover under rupees 5 crore will be classified as micro. A company with investment up to rupees 10 crore and turnover up to rupees 50 crore will be classified as small, and a firm with investment up to rupees 20 crore and turnover under rupees 100 crore will be classified as medium. So these are the amendment, or this is a revised MSME classification. So this is 2006 MSME Development Act, and the amendment made in this 2006 MSME Development Act. Now uh, we can ex- I can say that we express. I mean, here we can say that there are so many measures to promote small scale industry in India. Measures. First, government should ensure that adequate financial assistance is provided to SSIs through bank and financial institution. The rate of interest on loan should be low. Financial assistance must be provided to SSI through unsecured loans or after obtaining minimum security. The second, insurance coverage must be extended to new and existing small scale industries. The gap that exists between consumers and small business must be bridged through effective marketing. Lot of industrial fairs, exhibitions must be organized by the government to encourage the sale of SSI products. The infrastructural facility must be improved and measures must be taken to enhance the supply of water, electricity to backward and rural areas. Technological support must be provided to SSI to import machineries at lower cost. Many industrial estates must be established by the government. The other is the informal money market should be regulated to avoid exploitation by moneylenders on small scale industries. Training must be provided to entrepreneurs in technological, managerial, financial, and marketing areas. Awareness campaigns must be carried out in full swing to encourage youngsters to become first generation enterprises. The Sikh industries must be uh, considered and must be cared a lot. The licensing procedure must be simple and at ease. Fair incentives and subsidies must be given to SSI units, and an awareness must be made about the incentives available to the new enterprises. Export promotion schemes must be devised in such a way that encourages SSIs to export their goods. Now, we can say that the Ministry of MSME is a branch of the Indian government, which is the apex body for the formulation and administration of rules and laws pertaining to micro, small, and medium sized enterprises in the country. Having created 11 crore job opportunities in India while contributing to the GDP by 29%, we can say that MSMEs are the heart of the Indian economy. And the change in the definition will enable India enterprises to carry out their business better. ये जो भी this whatever change has been made by the finance minister definitely uh, increase the development of the nation with the help of SSIs. So we will discuss another topic in the different lecture.